and only allow the satellites to proceed to their operational height should the Starlink satellite pass all of its post-launch checks correctly.
Gotcha. And Uncle Ned here with a $5 Australian super chat saying, another beautiful day for another beautiful launch. Here's another $5 for the battle funds. Much appreciated, Uncle Ned. And Mike Smith saying, go, 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 Texas Tank Watchers with a $50 super chat. Thank you so much, Mike. I think that means a lot. Thank you.
Absolutely. A lot of appreciation for everyone who sends super chats and watches these streams. We greatly appreciate your support, and we're glad you're joining us for today's launch.
Indeed. And a quick check, we're about 20 minutes away there. So fueling of RP1 kerosene into the second stage is still underway here, and we'll be wrapping up momentarily. If you've got questions, go ahead and put them up in chat and tag us at NASA Spaceflight. It does help us see it on the back end here a little bit quicker. Got a lot of questions here already in the queue. So if I haven't gotten to yours just yet, we're rolling through. But if you've got new ones, or if you're just joining us and you've got a question, let us know, because there's that big T-minus 20-minute event telling us that all is on track and that Falcon 9 is feeling good so far for liftoff here today.
Absolutely. That is a telltale sign that everything is proceeding nominally. Just a liquid oxygen vent from the transporter erector. Again, it looks big and dramatic, but that is completely nominal. It's a normal part of every Falcon 9 countdown. And it's just another sign that fueling and pre-launch preparations are going nominally.
Yes, indeed. So, real quick, Thomas, Rob Heifel wanted to know, is the other Falcon 9 on 40 visible this morning?
An excellent question. I can report that it is not. There is nothing on Pad 40 just yet, although I suspect very shortly after this mission we will see a Falcon 9 rollout. Off the top of my head, I'm not remembering which booster we think that mission is for. Michael, do you know?
Which booster number?
Yeah, for the other Starlink mission.
Yeah, we're not sure yet.
We don't know. Okay, because that usually would indicate whether or not they're going to do a static fire. We had a static fire for this mission just the other day, and that is likely because it is on its 6th flight today. So the boosters that are kind of towards the forefront of how many flights a Falcon 9 can fly so far, they usually want some extra data, and they do static fires. For the boosters that aren't quite as veteran, if you will, that only have a couple flights, SpaceX has sometimes been foregoing the static fires. So I was trying to figure out if we might expect a static fire or if they'll just roll it out and launch it. Obviously, if they're doing a static fire, they have to roll it out a little bit earlier. But yeah, right now, nothing visible on Pad 40 just yet.
Yeah, and just to sort of piggyback on this, because this is admittedly a somewhat odd situation that we find ourselves in, right, where there was a seemingly significant problem with the brand new Starlink booster that was launching the GPS, the fourth GPS 3 mission for SpaceX in September, toward the end of September, that had the engine abort on the pad after the start sequence. So it's a little odd to see missions continuing when we know other missions are being delayed as a result of it, right? Like, for example, Thomas, right, we know that Crew 1 has been delayed because of that particular issue, but obviously the Starlink missions are going. And it's worth noting that, this could be a couple of things. It doesn't necessarily point toward one or the other, but it's worth remembering that these missions of Starlink are internal to SpaceX. So there is a little bit more risk that they can accept with them than maybe they would accept on a paying customer's flight. Could also indicate that it's a problem that isn't necessarily generic across the entire Falcon family. That's something that they were seeing was very specific to that booster, and they just want to understand it. Or it could indicate something is up with the newer round of boosters, and the previous ones are fine. So I know people are probably wondering about that, and those are the three things that it would seem to indicate. SpaceX has not said definitively one way or the other what this is, but of course the one thing we do know from the Starlink missions proceeding is that whatever the issue is, the 45th Space Wing does not consider it a safety issue that would cause them to step in and say you can't fly. So whatever this issue is that they're working through with the engines on Falcon 9 and the gas generator, those are sort of the options of where we all are with these flights of Starlink.